Welcome to or welcome back to the channel, whichever one it is. As always, I'm just really glad that you're here. Now, this video is going to be a follow-up to the video that I've just done featuring the Air Arms S410. Now, obviously, if you didn't see the last video, the gun has had a full service. Adam Cole very, very kindly serviced the whole thing through for me. And at the end of that video, I managed to get out into the woods for an hour just to shoot it. Today, now that it's fully serviced, I've brought it back to D range and I'm just going to put a few pellets for it. It's not so much a pellet test. I don't want to call it a pellet test. So I've got a few different ones to try. I'm just going to mess about with it today. It's going to be quite a breezy video. I'm not going to be going through the motions of pellet testing per se. I just want to shoot it, to be fair. I just want to see what it's like shooting. I want to see what groups I can get at 25 and then at 50. And then Darren's got some very, very special new tricks up his sleeve that I want to show you later on. That's going to be absolutely brilliant. So stick around for that because I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be the first time that I've had a go on any of this. So to start with, I'm just going to take it in, set it up, get myself sat down, put some targets up, see what I could do at 25 with a couple of different pellets, then see what I could do at 50 with a couple of different pellets. It's literally that simple. So yeah, stick around, see you in a bit. I can sort myself out. Cheers then. Right, so I've just turned my bag out, and it turns out that I've actually got a fair few pellets here. So this isn't, it's still not a pellet test per se. I don't want it to be a pellet test, but while I'm here at D range, I am going to try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 types of pellet. 8 types of pellets. But before you start getting bored and going and watch something else, it's not going to be a chatty thing. This is just for my own personal, just for my own knowledge, really, just so that I get to know what's going on here. Just so you know which ones I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with the Air Arms Diablo Field, the RWS Super Domes, JSB Exacts, JSB Exact Heavies, probably not the Hades actually. I'm not going to do the Hades actually, so there's 7 types. So QYS Streamlined, Field Target Trophies, and Barracuda 8s. The reason I want to try all of them is because when I did this last time, the gun hadn't been serviced. So I'm just going to rattle through those though. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put targets there. I will flash up on the screen the different type of pellet as I change. But this next bit of the video is probably going to take me an hour, but it'll probably take you 20 seconds. And I'll just rattle through each individual group. It's a little bit windy as well, so it's not fair to call it a pellet test with a little bit of the breeze that we've got. But yeah, I just want to see. And while I'm here, might as well, just as well, no. So enjoy this next bit. Well, I'm not sure how that was for you guys. How was it for you? That was absolutely brilliant for me. This is that I can't not smile face. You know what I mean? I can't believe the absolute night and day difference that it's making. I know I've had some flyers and they're not like all pellet on pellet or whatever. I get all of that, and it's 25 meters. But it goes to show that with a good service, this rifle is actually completely not in any way, shape or form pellet fussy. It's all of that's acceptable. I'll have a look properly in a minute. I'll go and get them. But first of all, I just wanted to, just while I was here, I just wanted to try the Hades out. Only purely because they were sat on the bench and I've rattled through those quick enough. I thought I'd give the Hades a little go. So let's see what the Hades is doing. I don't really know what to say about that. I've got other rifles that those Hades absolutely loves, and they work really, really well. For whatever reason, the only one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that it doesn't like seems to be the Hades, weirdly. If you haven't seen the last video, go and see that one. Pellet tested this rifle before it was serviced. It actually set a really good benchmark. It was a really good video to have. Although it got a lot of criticism and people said, you know, it's not a very fair test. It wasn't a fair test because the rifle wasn't up to scratch. It just wasn't up to code. A couple of changes that I have made. Some people said about the moderator might be making, or the silencer might be making a difference. I actually got this silencer off of Adam Cole when I was down there. And not only is it way quieter, I don't know what type it is, I'll ask Adam, but I think somebody made it for him. But not only is it way quieter, but it doesn't, you know, it's working absolutely fine. So I love this silencer. It's made this rifle really, really, really quiet, which is good because I want to take it hunting. So yeah, absolutely buzzing with that. I'm going to get them targets. And I'm thinking I might just put a target straight up down at 50. Because I just want to know, or should I go to 35? I could do exactly the same test at 35, could I? Yeah. I don't know what music I picked for that bit, but you're going to probably get more of it now. Right, so like I said, this isn't a pellet test, this video, and some of the results will be a bit skewed because it's actually slightly windier than I give it credit for. But this was just purely academic for my own sensibilities, because now that the rifle's been serviced, it's a completely different animal, and I'm absolutely buzzing with it. I'm going to go out a bit further and play some games up that way in a minute and just see what I can actually do with it. But this was just to see sort of what it was achieving, and I think, personally, I think it's very safe to say that at 25 meters, apart from the Hades, which obviously for some reason just didn't want to work, but the Hades, ignore them because they're not even part of it, all of these groups here are at 25 meters with different pellets. The JSB heavies and the exacts, they're pretty much exactly the same, just slightly on a skew. Air Arms are fine. QYS are absolutely banging. And so are the Barracuda 8s, which surprises me because the Barracuda 8s I haven't been able to get to do anything in any rifle. But then you move on to 35, and bear in mind, like I said, the wind is picking up a little bit now. So the RWS have spread out a little bit, obviously. Air Arms, ditto, it's got to come out a little bit. QYS a little bit as well. None of these, apart from the Barracuda 8s, which were doing really well, let me down in the end. But again, it could be the wind. This isn't conclusive at all. This is purely academic for me. So yeah, and then straight onto the exacts and the JSB heavies. It actually shot, the exacts shot at 35 pretty much better, if not, or if you want to take the whole thing into account, actually pretty much the same over 35. So the heavies, the exacts, and the QYS are the ones that I'm probably going to go on to 50 with, and just to give it a little go. I just want to try it out. If you didn't see the last video, I shot a metal plate that my friend had made me, and I just sprayed some primer on. And it was the first time that I shot a group at 50 meters. When I say a group, I mean, my groups at 50 meters are usually about this, and I'm fine with that because it's 50 meters and I'm still quite fresh. I was absolutely buzzing with it. So I'm going to go back to 50 now, and I'm going to put another target up down there. And I'm going to try all three of these, literally just to see what they're like. And then, like I said earlier on, we got a couple of games to play. Darren's made some new bits and pieces, and I honestly can't wait to try them. That's why probably feels like I'm rattling through this a little bit. I know now that over 25 meters, I can take anything with me. This rifle will shoot anything at 25 meters. I'm very, very, very happy with that, apart from Hades. But JSB exacts and JSB heavy seem to be working fine. So I'm going to take those and some QYS up to 50. Already said that. I'll just get on with it. Right, basically, I'm not gonna, it's not a pellet test video like I said earlier, so I'm not going to bore you with the JSB exacts, and I'm not going to bore you with the QIS. Over the 50 meters with the wind that we've got, they weren't cutting it, but I did manage to get something like a bit of a group, I guess, out of the JSB heavies. So I'm going to go with them. It turns out that over 25 meters I can put anything in it. 35 meters the heavies were fine. So I think for now, definitely, I'm going to be sticking with the JSB heavies, the 10.34s, purely because they seem to be the most consistent for me. I'll try other ones as time goes on, definitely, but I'm just going to stick this one up here. And I'm just going to talk you through a couple of bits here. The old saw ringer. So you got successively different sizes, progressively different size holes on a steel plate. If you get it through that, it will ring. You'll hear it ring. And down here, you shoot little hammers. And there's even a tiny little one there. Look, there's a little 6mm one there. You shoot hammers, they spin up, you knock them back down again. How good is that? I'm gonna put the bigger holes on the plate for the saw ringer. That, by the way, I'm a big fan of a play on words, and saw ringer. That got me. I love that. That's brilliant. But yeah, leave it in the comments if you think that Darren should start making things like this to sell, because I would happily. I don't know about you guys, but I would most definitely be happy with like a smaller version of this, just to chuck in the car and take anywhere, because this is bloody brilliant. But we're gonna have a play with it in a minute. Just gonna shoot a little group, just to make sure that I am right about the JSB heavies a minute. Like I said, there's a little bit of wind today, more than I gave it credit for, really. Oh, it's recording already. Yeah, it's got a bit more wind than I gave it credit for today, but look at that. What he's doing here, D-range at the moment, is just absolutely brilliant. He does it all himself as well, all of it. You could try to help him if you want. He won't let you. Trust me, we've all tried. But look at it. It's yeah, let's just take a little second. Look at that. 25, 35, 45, 50. Brilliant. I definitely want to try that saw ringer. I can't see me getting through the 6mm hole, but you never know. I think in reality though, we do know, don't we? The chances of me hitting a 6mm hole. I could blame the wind today. It's just got ice wind. I could definitely have done that. But behind that saw ringer, there is a metal plate with different size holes drilled in it. You could change that plate over. The one that's up there at the minute is just a 6mm hole. You get through that hole, you ring that bell. I mean, that's going to be a hell of a good feeling if you could do that. Don't know that I could, but there is another plate. You could change the plates over and put different sizes on. The ideas that he's coming up with for targets at the moment are absolutely phenomenal. And personally, I haven't spoke to him about it yet, but I hope he starts producing those knockdown targets, those hammer targets. I absolutely love them. I think they're brilliant, a brilliant idea, and I'd love to have one myself. Shoot a couple of groups on this thing anyway. Let's have a little look, see what it's doing. I'll just aim for the centre spot. Now, I'm going to edit this at some point, and I'm going to tell whether or not that was really good or really bad. Because from here, I can't actually see. So I'm going to put a dot. I'm going to put a pellet now in one of the cream spaces. These targets, I'm sure they're good for something, but these Bisley targets, I can't see where they're hitting on the black circle. So it could be good, could be bad. I don't know. I'm probably going to be elated, or I'm going to be like, oh, should I cut that bit out? I don't really know at this stage. But I'm going to put a little pellet down through here anyway. Just put one right there. The wind's actually blowing a little bit. I might give it a second. See, for some, that might not be a very good group. And I completely get that. It might not be. For me, that's great. Given what's gone before, that is absolutely great. And it is still blowing a little bit of a wind. It's still blowing a little bit of a wind. Still got a little bit of wind blowing. So the top left-hand corner this time. See, for me, that's a completely reasonable group. Absolutely fine with that. I mean, other people, as always, will always say, you know, it could be better, it could be better. Of course it could, of course it could, but that's something to work towards now. I've got something that I can benchmark, as it were. Let's put some of these away. Go and find big D-range Daz. See whether or not I'll actually shoot some of these new targets of his. I'm really excited. That's literally why I came here today, is to come and play on those. Right, let's go and have a look. Right, you have to excuse this camera angle because I've had to put the DSLRs on the table now, on the piss as well actually, on an actual wonky angle. There we go, that might be a bit better. Right, so I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that when Darren sent me the message about this, a play on words means a lot to me. I love a good pun, and saw ringer just resonated. Well, hopefully it will resonate, if you get what I mean. But saw ringer, and the idea is there's a saw blade in behind, hence saw ringer. So when you make it through, it hits the saw blade and makes a tinging noise. An absolute piece of genius. So I'm going to just literally just be taking some shots at this now, because I'm going to go for, obviously for the middle hole, the 12mm. Tell me I got that on the first go. I must have got it on the first. Did I just get that on the first go? There's absolutely no way. When you hit the metal plate, it sounds completely. Did I get that on the first shot? I must have done. That's sick. I just said sick. I nearly finger snapped. Do you know what? Fuck it. Finger snapping. Do you know what? You're having two of them. I must have hit it on the first go. My first shot. Fair enough, it was the big hole. That's incredible. Now that is fun to shoot. That's too. It's too much fun. This is too much fun. In fact, it was that much fun. I thought, you know what, sod it. I'm going to try the 6mm hole. So I did. Right, there's absolutely no way that this is as entertaining for you guys as it is for me. So I'm going to rattle through this. I'm going to see how many magazines it takes for me to hit that 6mm hole in that plate. What a genius idea. Absolutely genius idea. And then I got the other target to show you yet, but this is very Moorish. Oh! Yes! 8. This is fun. This is proper fun. This is much. There's probably people out there. People shoot HFT. People who shoot targets all the time. They go to plinking ranges and stuff like that. I don't really. I've only done that once. I went with Vaz Colt, and this makes it more of a game. This is literally a game changer. I absolutely love that. But this isn't the only target that I wanted to show you today. So I'm going to go back up there now, move this camera, change the battery, because this one down here I've got a very, very big interest in. I think this would keep me entertained for hours, but that is the saw ringer is an absolute winner in my book. But now we're moving on to this hammer action thing down the bottom here. Now the idea of this is this game. So you've got the green side and the yellow side. So if you were shooting bench to bench here and you had your mate sat here with you, you'd be racing to flip all of yours the opposite way around. And I think that you could come up with all different types of, I think that's the idea, but you could also, if they were winning, shoot theirs back down again. You know, you could literally just get quite competitive with it, and just, you need to shoot yours up, but you also need to keep theirs down. You know, it could turn into a real good laugh. I think that this is, for me, this will be a real challenge, to shoot these tiny little. I love shooting those you know, the resettable targets. I love shooting those, but they are quite easy, whereas these are going to be a lot more of a challenge. Oh, that was close. What followed was quite simply a lot of this. Until, yes! How good is that? I mean, not the shooting, but the device itself. Come on. No. Right. I'm going to call it there. I've literally might have a few pellets with Darren in a minute, so I'm going to save all of them because I've literally done a tin of pellets here today. Yeah, I went to Celtic Guns this morning, picked up fresh pellets, and I've got about a magazine and a half left. And absolutely no regrets. It's absolutely safe to say that freshly serviced, this thing it's bloody brilliant. The only issue with it is me. That's it. I'm the only issue with this rifle. In the hands of somebody who knows what they're doing, I imagine that this will be devastatingly good. I think that obviously a little bit of wind today, but that's no problem. 25 meters, absolutely, it'll fire anything. It shot all of those pellets exactly the same at 25 meters. 35 meters, still quite acceptable, but 50 meters, hitting 6mm holes after 8 shots. Come on. And then, oh, fair enough, another 160 shots to try to hit the little black hammers. But yeah, this has been a really fun day for me, and I've had a really good time. So thank you very, very much, as always, to Darren at D-Range for letting me come back here today. If you need any information on how to book D-Range, I'll leave his phone number in the I'll leave his phone number down in the description. But I've had a great time. Thank you so much, as always, for watching this video. I've massively enjoyed making this one, so I really hope that you've enjoyed watching it. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care, look after yourselves. Like and subscribe if you want, but as always, you really don't have to. I'd be happy if you did. I would be happy if you did, because I'm about 4,500 subscribers now, which is great, absolutely brilliant. But the more the merrier, obviously. So yeah, like and subscribe if you want. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. I won't be offended. So on that note, I'm going. And I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the sunshine. Take care. See you in a bit. Cheers.